Welcome back. Well, we all know football season is underway, and you've all got a game plan for that, right? But what about your finances? There's also a good playbook that we should all be following by, and that's why we have Brett Shunkwiler here from Shunkwiler Financial to help us get our financial playbook ready. I know it can be a daunting task when you talk about money, making sure that you're ready for retirement.
Yeah, so we're going to cover a couple downs today. So let's kind of talk first down, which would be first in your playbook. So as you start out, if you're on your own 10-yard line, sometimes it's hard to score. You got a long ways to go. So you gradually want to get, first down after first down and gradually end up scoring. So kind of a starting point would be, all right, if you're 30 years old, you want to have roughly 1 times your gross annual earned income saved.
Okay.
And then the further and further along you go, kind of like down the field, you say, all right, well, here I am, age 50. Now how much should it be? Well, the experts say roughly about 6 times your salary. And then once you get to age 67, it should be roughly 10 times your salary. So sometimes people ask, all right, well, I'm making more and more. Well,
yeah.
Yes, you are. So, as you make more and more, your goal should go up and it should increase because it's told the propensity to consume. The more money you make, the more you spend. So as you get older and older, you should be saving more. Hopefully spending less, but saving more towards retirement and some of those goals.
Well, saving early is something that a lot of financial professionals will tell you to do because obviously you get the ball rolling faster, but sometimes I feel like, especially the state, you have all this debt. I mean, how are you supposed to combat debt when you're also trying to save money?
Well, you got to be smart about it. You got to look kind of big picture, what's good debt and bad debt, and you might say, all right, well, is there really good debt and bad debt? It's all bad. Well, some things like, credit card, you get no tax breaks on those. If you itemize on like a home, and some people won't based on some of the changes with the standard deduction, but if you itemize on the home, you might be able to deduct the interest on your home. So that would be considered more of a good debt. But really it's about creating a strategy or game plan. So if we think like, all right, well, let's skip second down, kind of go to third down, and talk about strategy or game plan. So for instance, Scott Frost and his crew had a great game plan in regards to the offense, and they did a great job this past game. But then you think retirement, you're like, all right, well, what should we do? And it's all about creating a strategy, a game plan to give you the best chance to succeed. So one of those strategies might be, hey, I have this old 401k, I have this IRA, I want to convert it over to a Roth. So for instance, if you had monies that would grow taxable compared to tax-free, which would you rather prefer?
Taxable, tax-free.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So most
I was like,
people,
wait, is this a trick question?
Yeah, no, not trick. Most people want tax-free money.
Yeah.
So in doing some of those conversion strategies, that is a way to get over on the tax-free side. So Uncle Sam or Trump and his team just changed the tax rules recently to roughly about 90% of Americans will now be paying less taxes. So this might be a good 3 to potentially 8-year window that we could convert some of those IRA monies to Roth monies when taxes are lower. Now, it's not an end-all, be-all for everybody because there's some instances I've told people it just doesn't make sense for you. But for a lot of people, it could be a good strategy to potentially do.
Absolutely. Well, those are just a couple things I'm sure we can do. We can all find more on shunkwilerfinancial.com, correct?
Yep, absolutely. We got a calculator there to help you do that calculation, get you started. Otherwise, feel free to call and we'll sit down and see if that does make sense as a strategy for you.
All right. Thanks, Brett, for coming in today and giving us a little football/financial game plan.
I like it.
And we'll be right back.